When I was real young, I was like 9 years old, and in the mail, it was just me and my mom, and in the mail I got a Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes with Ed McMahon on the front. Now, I loved Ed McMahon, even back then when I was 9 years old. And I thought to myself, this is it. We're going to win. We're going to win. So I said, Mom, can I fill out this whole packet? It was a thick packet. And really, she had just given it to me because inside there were like these little sticky stamps where I could order all kinds of magazines. And she said, sure, go ahead, send it in, but don't affix any stamps to it, because she was afraid we were going to get, Time Magazine and all these other magazines in the mail. She said, go ahead. And so I decided I'm going to fill it out. And my aunt said, oh, take mine too. You can fill it out on both of our behalf. I read all the instructions. It turns out that I was not allowed to win the $1 million because I wasn't 21 years old. I was doing all the work, so I had a sitting down meeting. There was no agenda at the time. I probably would have had I thought about it. And 9-year-old me with my aunt and my mother, I said, all right, here's the story. I want to send these in. But if I win, or if you all win, we have to agree that we're going to split it 3 ways. They said, sure, sure, sure. And they immediately agreed to it. I was thinking, I can't believe they're just going to hand over, a third of $1 million? I knew, because I knew I was going to win. It's like, this is great, They're going to give me all this money. So I had the plan. It took me a while because there were lots of papers to fill out, It's kind of insane. But I filled it all out, and I got it just right. I tried to get them to let me affix a stamp or two just so that maybe I would get in a different box that was more apt to be pulled for the winner, but they wouldn't let me. And I visualized, I could see what I was going to do with all that money. Anyone ever been to the Hyatt Regency in Dearborn, Michigan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. They've got these, for those of you who haven't, they've got these elevators that go really fast, and they go up to the top floor. It's so cool when you're 9 years old. I was convinced that we were going to go spend the night at the Hyatt Regency with my winnings. Yep. And on Joker's Wild, anyone ever watch that game show back in the, 70s, 80s? On Joker's Wild, the lovely parting gift for the losers, they'd always give away this silver tea set. And I was sure I was going to get a tea set too. I said, I'm just going to go out and buy one. I don't even need to be on Joker's Wild. That's what I was going to do with my winnings. And I could visualize my mom and my aunt and I having tea with our silver tea set at the Hyatt Regency in Dearborn. And that's what I was going to do with my 1/3 of $1 million. And as far as I knew, I executed. I sent it in. And I remember waiting for that big check and big old Ed McMahon to come to my door. Knock, knock, knock. And I thought maybe we were gone the day that they gave it away. So I turned on the TV and they scrolled through all the names. Because what if by chance I didn't win the $1 million, but maybe I won a brand new TV or something, colored TV. I was really excited. I was going to win something. And I didn't win anything. What went wrong? And I talked to my mom about it. Mom, I sent in 2. We had a better chance of winning. How come I didn't win? And she said, well, sometimes when you take action, you don't always get what you want. But sometimes it also takes a little bit more work. And I know that seemed like a lot of work for you, Tam, but sometimes it requires you to actually get your hands dirty. So if you want that silver tea set, and you want to stay at the night at the Hyatt Regency, maybe there's some other things you can do to make that happen. Maybe you don't have to leave it to chance, or 1 in 5 billion's chance. All right, I was a little disappointed. It took me a long time to look back at that story, but I was in high school, and I was competing in the state competition for a business club or something. And we stayed at the Hyatt Regency. I still love those elevators. They're so cool, And now I have a 3-year-old, and I'm thinking, come on, we're going to the Hyatt Regency. I want to take her on those elevators. And I got a tea set for my wedding, which was kind of funny. Now I don't want anything to do with the silver tea set. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just dusting it all the time. What am I going to do with it?
Polish it.
Polish it, right? But I executed in other ways to get what I wanted. And I found sometimes if I want something, and if any of us want something, we try one way and it doesn't work. But if we plan it and we visualize it, it gets us halfway there to where we can execute one way, and if it doesn't work, we execute